Let's talk about the super autist on my college campus. Imagine some of my personal interactions with him, as well as some of the other stories I've heard from other people. Be me, 31. Decide to go back to college after losing my job. Get doxxed for saying we need a Muslim genocide. No regrets, .kek. First day of semester, and I noticed there was this weird Indian kid in my English class. Let's call him Ahmed. Just sitting there as my professor comes in, introduces himself, and starts his first day of class speech. Indie kid shoots up his hand without being called on, blurts out, "Hi, my name is Ahmed. Is there a final exam for this class? I really need to get an A." What the fuck, the PNG? Professor looks at him and says, "All of that will be addressed in the syllabus. Hold on while we get there," and goes back to his speech. Ahmed looks at me and says, "You look old. What high school are you from?" I ignore him and continue listening to the professor. He then starts talking about how he's a computer science major. He notices I'm eating pretzels. I kid you not, he stands up, walks over to me, sticks his hand out and asks for some. I ask him to please leave me alone and listen to what the professor has to say. He then asks, "Are you mad at me?" What the XC? I ignore him and focus on the professor. I shrug off the incident and continue on with an uneventful first day at college. The next day, I get to English class early. I want to sit at the front so I can hopefully ignore this autistic faggot. I have pretzels once again. I don't have time for a proper American breakfast, so I get there from a vending machine. I'm sitting there, eating some crunchy good pretzels, when I suddenly have a brown hand sitting next to my face. Ahmed is there, once again, requesting some pretzels. I tell him to get his own, and he tries to give me money for them. I tell him to fuck off, and he asks again, "Are you mad at me?" I ask him about why he's been so weird. Bad idea, .wav. He starts flipping the fuck out, screaming, "Don't call me weird! You're weird!" He flips a fucking desk over and starts screaming with all of autistic might. I sit there, dumbfounded, and just watching the travesty I've unleashed on this poor, unsuspecting classroom. Professor shows up, calls campus security and has him escorted out of the classroom. Doesn't show up for the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks later, he's back, but now with a tard wrangler. I begin to plot about how I will fuck with this kid next. Near the end of the semester, I'm sitting pretty happy with a solid A average. Autism Curry over here is barely passing. He knows I'm doing well and asks me to write his final paper for him so he can get a better grade. Says, "You will have to write me my paper or I will fail my class." I tell him, "Okay, I'll write it for $1,000. It's a 10-page paper after all." He starts spazzing out and saying I have to do it, otherwise he will fail. I tell him, maybe if he got a tutor, instead of being weird all the time, he would be passing. Fucker flips shit. Tudwrangle is pushed out of the way while he goes into a rotary arm spin attack at me. Security called. Kid gets fucking arrested this time for assault. I don't see him again to the following semester, where he has 2 Tudwranglers, and they keep his annoying ass away from me.